Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Florencio files. Today, it looks like he's going to be playing a Terran versus Zerg versus this man who is hankering for a spankening. This is Hanka. In the top left, in the Terran here on El Submarino, it is Dankcraft's Florencio, who's going to be going for that depot, which is meant to go down about 17, 18 seconds. Only 7 seconds late. Interesting. Florencio getting a bit better at his build orders, we can see. Is he proxying? That's a very early SCP to be sending out across this map. Ooh, what's our friendly neighborhood sewer mermaid up to? There is an overlord that's going to see this, though, so he hasn't pathed it in a way so as to avoid scouting. So unless, maybe he's going to eBay block. So the Overlord does see this. So the Zerg player probably should be sending some extra drones down. And okay, hatchery gets down. Florencio shows the SCV. Shows himself leaving. yeah, I'm like, nah, there's no way. He's like, oh shit, he saw me. Okay, let's pretend this is normal. Yeah, you're gonna notice, wait, why isn't there an SCV going home through the middle of the map? No, Hanka's not paying attention to that. There's no friggin' way. Hanka's like, doop-de-doop, everything's normal. I saw the SCV leave. Then why didn't he go past the Overlord's vision, Hanka? Proxy barracks in the natural. Another barracks at home as well, actually. So this might be like a double Reaper or something. Could obviously try to sneak a bunker up. Looking at that, there's 31 seconds left now. Barracks is done in 15. So that means he could get about 10, 15 seconds on a bunker started before the hatchery finishes and spots that it's on the way. So I think that's probably far enough along. It'll be very hard to stop now. Florencio not building anything out of his barracks. Is he going to go command center before anything else? Surely not. You've got to commit to this push. Okay, so there we go. So he goes for the bunker, and it's going to be 3 Marines queued up immediately. And now he starts a Reaper at home, which he could have started 30 seconds ago. Oh, I love it. Toy. All right, so he's got a Reaper, second depot in the natural wall. Oh, supply blocked as well. So he's building another depot behind his base as well. Oh, no. Florencio's bunker rush, not the most intimidating. The Zerg's pulling a lot of drones down, though. I'm not sure you want to attack that with drones, buddy. Hanka could just... Oh my god, the panic. Hanka sends all the drones down, builds 2 spites, and then just goes back to mining. The Zerglings could go across the map and maybe cause some trouble. But another bunker goes up there for Florencio as well. And even a second bunker here. And he's queued up 4 more Marines. So he's committing a lot to this. But because he has no economic follow-up, any chance of getting way ahead off this opening is already toast. The Reaper's going to hang out with this. I'm surprised the Reaper doesn't go in the main and try to harass him there. But adds a little bit of damage to this. And it can always, of course, be a bit more flexible later on. The SCV is not on auto repair. So that bunker is a little damaged. And it's not doing anything about it. There we go. Yeah. The Reaper's going to go in the main, but Hanka did leave a Queen there. So should pretty easily be able to defend this. Queen and Zerglings and extra Queen. Reaper gets out, though, and this is just buying time. Hanka forgetting to move the spines because Florencio is running around with this Reaper being a pain in the butt. That hatchery is getting very low. Hanka is committed so much to defend this. He's going, wait, spines and lings and queens and a roachhorn. Which one are you doing? Is it the spine break or not? Move the spines forward. You can clear this, Hanka. What are you doing, mate? Oh my god. Yet another victim of Florencio's confusing, inefficient proxy build orders here. The broodlings go forward. He could have at least engaged with the broodlings. The SCV is still not auto repairing. Flo is now building marauders at a factory on one base behind this, and he's thinking about a command center. But he's got to select it from the command card. He's got more than enough minerals for it. SCV's going to sneak out of there rather than repairing up those bunkers. But getting the hatch snipe is massive. Hanka, at this point, is just building 6 roaches on one base. Oh, man, these spines did nothing. Oh, damn. For those who don't know, a spine crawler actually has 7 range. A bunker adds +1 range to any unit in it. So as long as there's no marauders in the bunkers, it's just Marines, Reapers, they will have 6 range. So the spine crawler can outrange them, but only on certain angles. Because the spine crawler attacks from the middle of itself, and it's a 2x2 structure. Hold that thought, I'll explain that more in a moment. They're going to come forward, the Marines hop out, they hop back in. They're going to kill a few Zerglings. But it looks like this is finally... Look how much damage those spines... This is what I'm talking about. Those spines could have defended this earlier. They've got 2 armor each as well. So the Marines only do 4 damage a shot to them. So anyway, basically you've got to get the right angle so the spine crawler can hit the bunker and the bunker can't hit it back. And usually I believe it's like you've got to be say that's the bunker, you gotta put the spine like there or on a diagonal. It's gotta be like there, there, or there. Anywhere on the in-betweens that's not on one of those, like, I guess like 45-degree angles, you kind of think of it as. It just doesn't line up. I haven't actually practiced that in a long time, but a hot little tidbit for those of you who wanted to know about it. Florencio is going to follow up with an unashamed pervert. Wait, why is he not expanded? He's building so many depots. He's at 38 out of 63. What is this follow-up from Florencio? He's had 400 minerals since like 4 minutes ago. I mean, he's going to shut down this roach counterattack super hard. 2 roaches go there. The other ones, because it's been walled off and they've been clicked in the natural, they bug out saying, well, this is the best way to get in there because they know there's a wall. So they're just going to go and have a bit of a roach little fat party in this cave, apparently. They're just going to hang out there. Marines are going to kill this overlord. I mean, the Zerg's totally fine, though. Florencio now double expands to the corner as well. His barracks does go through the base. But he doesn't really have an economy to speak of, does he? He's at 28 SCVs versus 20, so it's good for him. Hanka, though, double expands. Could even triple expand, to be honest, but Florencio says, nah. The unashamed pervert Rax is also a cockblock Rax. A spine crawler moves into the main base for God knows why. To defend drops later, but then they can just drop past. So surely you'd put it near the mineral line, wouldn't you? I cannot understand some players' decisions. That's okay. Let's not try to. It's you know, it's a different kind of Zerg science. What do we got? 26 drones versus 31 SCVs. Third hatch is on the way. So he's building a lot of roaches, is Hanko. I think Hanka's forgotten that there's already 4 roaches on the other side. Could bring those home to defend. And I think if Hanka drones up here, can actually get in a big lead because Florencio's follow-up's rather slow. But now, as the dust settles, we see classic Florencio. He's like, now I'll make an orbital. He could have made this 5 minutes ago and mined like 2,000 minerals out of the mules this dropped by now. Instead, now he's like, yeah, I'll make an orbital, but only now. Oh my God. And now he's swapping into macro mode. And this is what Florencio does, right? He's all in one direction and then pivots like some big fucking shipping container ship slowly turning. But once it starts going, it's hard to stop. He's got a Banshee that's arrived here and is hitting that hatchery. The roaches ran over it first, but now the Queen's there. I believe a Banshee beats a Queen. Ooh, but Queen does get a few hits off to start, so not bad. Reaper's going to come up here. The roaches do take that down. There's a Liberator to join up with that Banshee. Only one Queen went down there. I mean, I guess that's because there's only 2 Queens on the map. Oh, no, there are 2 Queens now. And here we go. Florencio says, I have 1 Banshee and 1 Liberator. And he's not even queuing up SCVs behind it. His main and natural aren't macroing behind this. Yeah, I thought he was going into macro mode. He swapped back into this mode. The Banshee and the Lib come in. Oh my God, just move. Don't stand in the zone, Hanka. What are you doing? Oh my God, he cancels the spore. The spore was past halfway done. It could have tanked that. He could build more spores here and be totally fine. Just, why are you running away? What are you doing? The Liberator can't shoot buildings. Only the Banshee can. If he just built an extra spore crawler, his base is fine. Can easily bring Queens or another spore up and defend it as well. The roaches are running back and forwards like headless chickens. They're air units. Roaches don't help. Just send your Queens and spores over there, buddy. I have no, you're not actually going to kill a base with a Liberator, a Banshee, and now another Liberator, are you? Oh my God. Hank is like, well, clearly the only way to beat this is a spire. No, it's 3 air units. Instead, Hank is like, well, I guess I can't expand there. I have to go expand down here because I can't possibly combat that. Oh my God. Oh, this is great. And because it was blocked, forgets to actually build it. So the drone's just standing there because it got blocked. Hanka now starts building some drones. There we go. Is doing injects and droning. Okay, that's it. If you just build spores and drones, you'll be fine against this. The question is Hanka going to remember to rebuild the third and do all that stuff? And the scary thing here is, as always with Florencio's builds, right? What does he like to do? He likes to bait people into building Mutalisks. And that's what they almost always build in this sort of situation. And then he's like, lol, 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 Thors and Widow Mines. So I'm hoping Hanka goes Corruptors. Like, most people won't because they're like, why would I build Corruptors? They can't attack ground. It's like, they're tanky as fuck and they'll actually do their job without dying. Like, the Muters, the moment you run them into a fight, they're going to get annihilated by his follow-up because he's got 4 starports, 3 factories. Doesn't really have any fighting units right now, but he's going to rotate around. 1 Liberator stays there, denying him from taking the base again. And the single Banshee, single Liberator plus 1 Repair Boy crew are going to come and now try to take out this base. Oh, this is so silly. No creep spread, so he can't move spores down here yet. But a Banshee will take like 5 minutes to kill a hatchery, dude. Oh, the SCV goes down. That's a bummer. But the Liberator, once again, is going to zone down the ramp. I mean, you could just move a spore there and it'll kill it. But Hanker, I don't know if Hanker knows how to move spore crawlers. Oh, mutas are coming. It's fine. Wait, did he just cancel the hatch? Oh, it died. I think maybe he canceled it, actually. 2 hatcheries have died, and that's that one and this one. Oh my god, it didn't get cancelled, it died. The mutas will clean this up finally. But what do we got? Cloak on the way for ghosts. Oh, Florencio is going everything at once. So he's going... Does he have a fusion core? Or is this just Banshee? Ravens? Ravens, Banshees. He can't build battle cruisers yet. He doesn't have a fusion core. Looks like that Liberator gets cleaned up as well. So Hanker takes that base. Only one at a time, though. I think there's like a hard limit on this Zerg's ability to do more than one thing at once. Oh my god. So now the mutas are flying across the map, but it's just, yeah, he's got the missile turrets up. He's had enough time to prepare. So Florencio should be fine against this. Let's see if Hanker can micro, run! No, don't fight a missile turret. Okay, only loses 1 muta. That's acceptable. I mean, you could, oh, trying to do some fancy muta micro here. Panicking a little bit though. Could go around into the main, but that would be a terrible idea. The natural also, mineral line, a terrible idea. The front of the natural actually has nothing that shoots up, funnily enough. Zerg player behind this is doing a whole lot of nothing. But actually they got mass roach. As long as Hanker makes roach speed, Florencio could be in trouble. Florencio though, as he does in Terran vs Zerg, he does strange things. He takes sneaky bases, he builds planetaries and defensive walls, and then he out macros you. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. 60 SCVs versus 37 drones. He's making Widow Mines. He's got a nuke on the way. Hanker is going to build Zerglings now. He's taking a 4th base, which is rather nice. Hanker still hasn't really kind of added gas mining on the natural transfer drones. So I'd say here, in a moment where there's a lull in the pressure from Florencio, there's been a few minutes now since Florencio has really done anything aggressive. This is where you'd expect Hanker to take the lead. Hanker, however, is building very unupgraded slow Zerglings right now. Does make roach speed. There's something to be said for the pedigree of Hanker. Knows what the roach speed upgrade is. Mass roach, pretty important to do that. No overseers. No, there's one. Where's this overseer? There's one overseer. If that overseer comes, you can actually clear up Widow Mines. But as it stands right now, we are looking at 40 drones versus 63 SCVs. So the longer this goes, Florencio is mining at a drastically higher rate than his opponent. And he's got things like that command center, which is a bit of bait. The only problem I have is he's putting these Widow Mines in 2s and 3s, whereas when you know there's mutas out, you really want to have them in 4s. If you can put them in a group of 4, then it's actually going to kill them really well. Now he finds his roaches that he left here earlier, comes on in, says, ooh, maybe not there. Okay, goes for the Marines. That bunker does not have any Marines in it, only Marauders, so the mutas are going to be able to fly over here. Widow Mines are trying to move down to respond to this. That bunker's going to fall, not bad. A ghost goes across the map though to counterattack, and this is not a good time to be looking elsewhere for Hanker, and nuke goes down. Nuclear launch detected. Please don't transfer drones down here or run your army down here. Oh, I mean, losing a queen's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just going to damage the hatchery, get some lava and a queen. So not really a prime target. I mean, that's really Florencio's MO though, isn't it? He always goes for like a few tumors or something like that. Yeah, 100%. He's like, oh, I like to clear the creep spread with more nukes. Oh, Hanker finds the expansion. Should be able to kill this pretty efficiently. The mutas definitely should not go in there though. The mutas do pull back. Good micro by Hanker. So Hanker's going to kill this base. Loses what? A handful of slow Zerglings that were the least important unit anyway. And that's really important because now it is 4 base versus 3. Florencio still has a big economy advantage, but getting rid of this base is definitely important. Hanker just doesn't really have an economy to be spoken of though. The main base is still mining with 15 workers out of 8. And no Hydra upgrades. Oh man. What? I don't know what this... Is this just like a thing where at low level people don't make Hydra upgrades? Or is it actually Florencio shoves a fucking tentacle, like neural parasite, into his opponent's ear and somehow mind controls them? Because the number of times we see this over the years where people are just like, I make Hydralists versus Florencio, I don't make the upgrades that make them half decent units. It's like they're already one of the most fragile kind of, I would say, controversial units to be building as a Zerg player, because they're only really worth it if you use them correctly. Otherwise, they're one of the most expensive ways to just throw money away because they're so fragile. They're real glass cannons. They're like the Marines of Zerg, except Marines are really fucking cheap and Hydras are really expensive and cost a lot of gas. Now these roaches do catch these Widow Mines coming in. Oh! Oh! Ow! 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 Oh, there was 2 more Widow Mines, but they weren't clumped up enough. That command center was floating over them as bait. Do you see the way? He had them hidden, so you come in there as Hanker. You go, oh, a command center, and you don't see the Widow Mines underneath, but they weren't quite clumped up. Those 2 on the backside, just a little too far back. If even 1 or 2 of those fired, a lot more of those mutas would have gone down, man. Now, it's Mass Raven on the way, and he's going to hide them in the back of his base as his Raven surprise. But, oh no, he's sneaking out, but he's been spotted. So he's going to throw an auto turret down. He's like, well, I've been spotted. I might as well just clear up this Overlord. Why not? Let's clear these roaches as well. Florencio doesn't know what overkill means. He's going to... Oh, the Widow Mines say, no leaving for you, dickheads. Hanker's actually macroing up. Has a giant Roach Hydra. I mean, Hanker could just go win the game, to be honest. There's only a few Widow Mines guarding each base. As long as you upgrade those Hydras, which, I mean, I guess without the Hydra upgrades, maybe no. There's still slow Zerglings. Why are there slow Zerglings mixed in here? Ling Speed now comes in. Wait, what are the upgrades? And there's no upgrades. There's double Evo that never got used. Oh, man. Florencio is not even really doing much pressure. And Hanker had, like, 10 minutes of map control here. That was when you were meant to take control of this game. Florencio says, yeah, now you've given me too much time, dickhead. Flies in, kills 20 drones and a hatchery with mass auto turret. Wisely, Hanker pulls back from the fight, but if Hanker pulled the drones away, that wouldn't have been so bad. It's the drones going down, it's a big problem. And look at this, Florencio's even got a Widow Mine trap that he set up because he knew the mutas would be chasing this. Now, he's still got plenty of auto turrets, so those mutas need to be really careful. Florencio says, chase me as much as you want, mate. You're gonna be fighting into auto turrets. There's no way you're catching these Ravens without losing all your mutts. And Hanker's getting going across this map. Hanker is almost max. Doesn't have a lot of money to rebuild, but Florencio, oh my god, all of his Widow Mine traps aren't actually getting any hits off. What's he got to defend this army? He's got fucking nothing. All he's got is planetaries and ravens, but there's so much Roach Hydra, they won't care about that. Now, there's no Overseer that got brought with this, which is a real bummer, so the Widow Mine's undetectable, and Nuke goes down. It's his last-ditch effort, because Florencio has nothing to kill this army. This Nuke is the only chance he has. Hanker, there's a red fucking dot right on top of your army! Oh my god! Oh my god, runs into the main, and it's a field of auto turrets to greet them there. Oh my lord, what a disaster. Wait, the Ravens do need to finish cleaning those roaches up. Wait, why are they spamming auto turrets down here? He's in your main base. Florencio, he's got roaches in your main, mate. Ghost's gonna take a while to clean that one up. There's more Lings coming across the map as well. Dude, that was one of the most efficiently disgusting nukes of all time. Like, oh my god, the unit's lost time is almost 2-1. Lings are just rallying over. Florencio runs across the map and puts a depot down blocking the base. Oh, you fucking Chad. Oh, you fucking Chad. He's just like, yeah. Oh my god. I mean, that is the equivalent of literally just scratching your butt and then sticking your finger under your friend's nose and goes, hey, smell this. You know, it's disgusting. That is so friggin' unnecessarily cruel and weird. But that's what Florencio does. He's like in the midst of getting all in by this giant Roach Hydra army and barely holding with a nuke, I'm also going to have the presence of mind to sneak an SCV across and build a depot to block your expansion. Like, that was the just most show-off, insulting maneuver I've ever seen. Ah, Florencio is such a dick. Now, his economy is actually not that great. So you could argue there's a way back into this game for Hanker. Now, that is the same way we see whenever anyone's in a bad situation in a game, whenever you take damage, what's the way back, right? It's hold down the drone key, double expand, triple expand. If you've already got army out, like a section of units that can stop harassment, which you've got here. You've got 10 Hydras, you've got a couple Queens. It's not great, but it'll do the trick, especially if you had some fucking Hydra upgrades, which still are not even started. 1-1's on the way, but Hydra upgrades, no. I mean, these upgrades are 4 Hydras, but they aren't Hydra specialized upgrades, just in case anyone's confused about that. There's 2 upgrades on the Hydra Den that make them a lot faster and shoot further. 2 of the most powerful types of upgrades you can get in StarCraft. So Hanker is going to mass Mutalisks versus the mass Widow Mine Raven player and Ghosts, because that's... Yep. If Hanker spent this money, instead of building 16 Mutalisks, could have built 3 bases, 1, 2, 3... and then built like 10, 15 drones, and then kept building drones. over the next minute or two, Hanka would actually be able to recover because Florencio is taking a bit too long with these Ravens. And then build some Mutas to try and chase off the Ravens if you really want to. I probably wouldn't bother. I'd probably just get Hydras because they do a lot more damage. Mutas seem cool because they can chase the Ravens. The problem is they don't kill them very quickly. If you can get enough Hydras together, it's kind of hard for the Ravens to get close enough to them to drop auto turrets. And then you basically see them dropping auto turrets here, and you just kind of back off a bit. So as long as you intercept the Ravens far from your base, you can kind of gun them down and pull back. But as it is, Florencio is setting up what we call a torture field here. The Mutas are flying through the middle of the map. Oh my god, they're freaking out. They're trapped in between all the Widow Mines. Oh, Hank is freaking out right now. Hank is like, oh, I'll just fucking sacrifice one, I guess. Oh my god, Hanka, just leave. Stop, leave. He's trapped in between this Widow Mine field and is freaking the fuck out right now. Oh my god, I've never seen a Zerg more panicked, more headless chickadee. Pull back, Hanka, pull back. That's what I'm saying. Florencio has to drop a lot of auto turrets just to initiate the fight. And that's why you can kind of bait them out. Now, obviously, Florencio is so outnumbering and Hanka's fucked. The Mutas up there, the Hydras need to keep pulling back. But you can see just how many auto turrets have to be used to deal with just a small pack of Hydras. You get 20 Hydras in a row. They drop 3 or 4 auto turrets, they die. They need to drop like 15 auto turrets just to start the fight. And you can just pull back. So as long as you don't let them get right on top of your bases, it's a very slow and inefficient way of pushing anywhere. But when you have 23 Ravens against a Zerg with almost no units, I mean, holy shit. Just spam those turrets like no tomorrow. Ah, Hanka. Fucking Mutalisks, man. Let's just leave the... Oh, my... Oh, Independence Day was just the other week, guys. Independence Day was just the other week, and I gotta say, I feel like Hanka is one of the victims of Independence Day fireworks accidents, because ow, ow, ow. Oh my god. Oh, what a game. Florencio, you savage bastard. GG, well played. Thank you everyone for supporting the show and the Florencio Files and allowing it to continue, especially Max and Colonel C, Pimp City, James F, and Apollo God. Much love, everybody. Thank you for the support.